Hello. I'm going to probably be a little bit more controversial in the next 2 weeks. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue doing this, but because some of this is we need to batten down the hatches, as it were. We're going to go through a very tumultuous, huge waves of energy. It's going to upset society a lot. And everything's not going to be clear. But I wanted to say what is clear on our spiritual journey as human beings and as a group, the nation and humanity. A lot of the religions are dying. They're dying because they had too much dogma. And they're a big problem for humanity's growth. At the same time, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, as it were. There's jewels, there's gems you can pick out. And I try to pick those out. And I know when I mention this to people, they don't do anything. It's like on deaf ears. Even though there's a willingness, people aren't going to change. You know, they change because there's no food on the table. That's when you change. And so, I'm just saying, I wanted to do this, and I'm going to hit all these little things. I just wanted to say this. Can you see this? So Julia Assange, just on a side, I saw that they gave him a passport, and someone asked me, well, did he escape to the United States and things? It's in the works. So when I douse it, it's kind of going like, well, it doesn't want to tell me. It goes, yeah, he went, he didn't go. He's going to have to sneak out. His life's in danger. It's going to be really tricky. And even if we gave him safe passage, the British want him dead more than anyone else. I don't know what their problem is. Okay, I want to show you feminism. And feminism has nothing to do with women. It's a political, cultural ideology to destroy the culture. All right? Has nothing to do with it. Men made this up. This ideology was made up by men, sold to naive women and women with psychological problems, like Gloria Steinem, all right? Hugh Hefner. These people took money to start magazines to attack the culture. The money came from several sources, one being organizations within the CIA, all right? And those nonprofit organizations around Washington, D.C. that work with the CIA, they know the psychology of humans and they know how to change it. They had to attack. They've been attacking the United States from within for 50, 60 years, since World War II in particular, all right? If you don't know that, I can't help you. That's just something there. The transgender is, could you show me? I never ever asked this question. This is the first time. This is 5 looking at you, all right? We're going to rate it 1 through star. Can you show me the energy and frequency of the philosophy known as transgender as it's being? It goes to it immediately to 0. That's a 0, and it's hitting me. It's a 0. Could you show me a mother taking care of her children? Can you just show me that energy of a mother taking care? All right? Transgenderism is part of the feminist ideology. It has nothing to do with the women. This is a bizarre. They want it, and they're going into the classrooms and they're making against the teacher's will to teach this material. What made me think of this? So, feminism, transgenderism, all will be defeated. Can you show me? Now, if we don't defeat them, we die as a culture. The United States is dead. And I've been all over the world when I was young. And this is the only culture that actually worked. It even worked better than the Europeans. You know what I mean? Europeans think they're special and stuff. Nah, the United States was way, way ahead. And we were taken over from within. Can you show me the... Okay. Will transgenderism survive? And this is yes, and this is no over here. Just give me yes, no, please. Will it survive at all? Okay. So it's being confused. it's actually saying no, but you don't know that. Okay. This is a starting point? Yes. Yes, no. Transgenderism. Will it survive as a philosophy in the United States of America? You got it? No. All right. What is the probability it survives? So I got a scale 1 through 10 in front of me. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's almost like 1% or 0%. All right? There will be a backlash. All right? And Trump is a wrecking ball, the bull in the china shop. That's his job. He's just going to crash and bump into these things because when you look at CNN, this is nothing against them, but show me, let's say the main cast, when all the CNN people together. Now, I don't watch this, but I have. You only need to watch 30 seconds to understand the energy there. Show me their newscast of that show with this guy I'm thinking about and that guy. So they're broadcasting zero energy. You know, it's luciferic, and that's who they do, and that's why they kiss their boyfriends on the air. That's why they attack people as couples. You know, the union to create life. You can't make this up. You never ever thought, wait a minute, parents, and I saw this last night, there's a video, and they're just showing about Canada, how the debate, and all Canadians know about this debate, does the state supersede the parent on all matters? And if you listen to transgender people, they go, well, it's good that the state moves in because the parents don't know what they're doing in parenting. That man has a sick philosophy. He is mentally ill. All right? He needs psychological help. But that's what's happening. They're pushing these people who are mentally ill. They're making policy. They actually think it's okay to sleep with animals. They actually think it's okay to sleep with children. Go ahead, Donald Trump. Tear down the whole country. This is not worth saving. We need to transition. And my whole point here is these are just minor, just an outline, just to know. You almost can't say this in your coffee shops because it's not worth it. But at sometimes, maybe it is okay, Maybe, I remember a book by, it's a pretty high book, but there comes a point in your life that if you die for something greater than yourself, usually for another person, this person was talking about, that's one of the epiphanies of the soul, that we are greater than this life. And and it's the idea of living without fear. I mean, that's the key, living without fear. And you saw that one video, the one I just did a few weeks ago. I could be doing a video every day, but I would probably be banned. and they attack you different ways. The AI system, artificial intelligence, is in place, and they do attack you from. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. I have an iPhone, and it sends out, has 9 antennas, and when I go, most of you already seen this, but look, give me the iPhone, the new one. What is its frequency? It's a 0. It's really easy. Can you show me when I put the iPhone in aluminum foil and stick it into another room at night, Where is this room now? Where is my... So you see that? Boom. I'll go up to 10. The iPhone sucks the frequency out of the room. And it's because the intention is to do that. The intention is to send low frequencies around your auric field to make you weak. So if you're going to have at least one room in your house, or when you go to bed at night, please put it in a different room. Wrap in aluminum foil. You have to. It's designed to disrupt your communication with your higher self and with the universe. And so is feminism. So is transgenderism. They're really evil. The goal is to destroy the United States, to destroy the Bill of Rights. You already know this. And the Bill of Rights is really a phenomenal document. And all these people, these isms that we've been talking about, is to destroy your personal freedom as a soul. I mean, that's the goal. They got to get rid of this. And there's nothing to take its place. Even these European countries right today, for example, Finland and Sweden, they're at an existential point in their existence, their soul. And the soul will get to the point where we don't want this. You know what I mean? When I lived in a Muslim country when I was young for a couple of years. And when I walked down the street, I'll name the street, you'll never figure it out. When I walked down, actually I walked up, Sultanatabad it was called. Sultanatabad had some mosque. Well, the people in the mosque didn't say, "There's Patrick, he's coming. Cover up the minarets. We don't want to offend him." Believe me, they couldn't care less I was offended or not. I'm the visitor. And I acknowledge their culture. You know, I try to fit in. I was low key. And, but I was just a kid. I was stupid and didn't care either. So here we are here, and the culture, the same people are pushing this transgender, which is child abuse. Transgenderism, when it's dealing with children, is criminal. It's child abuse. That is the most evil abuse on the planet right now. And I was going to say that show in Canada, they showed 5 or 6 year olds in like kindergarten, and the teacher, I'm not making this up, is going, "Okay, now Johnny here is going to go play Susie. He's going to do this." And the kids start crying. They don't know what's going on because they don't know nothing or anything about sex and sexuality. And I'm almost to the point of thinking, I can do it right now. But sex is so complicated, there's no way it should come from the school. All right? Because the school is making heterosexual people all messed up in their head. By the time they get out of the headache, they don't know who they are, and they don't know there's a right and wrong. And there is a right and wrong for the growth of the soul. And if you get messed up early in your life, in junior high and high school, you're going to spend your whole life trying to fix it. And that's what high school is made to do right now. The value system that they're coming out with, they're all messed up. And you can't fit, and the parents know this. A lot of the bright parents really know this. And do I raise my child outside of the high school? Then he doesn't have the social interaction and things like that. But it's all, I just want to tell you, the pendulum will come back. The whole society and culture. Because if it doesn't, it's the end of the culture. And the men and women are here to replace themselves with spares. and the state doesn't know what it's doing. All right? The state has been taken over by really evil people who are pushing these perverted sexual expressions. And there are exceptions to all this thing that I'm saying. There are people who are born, different, and we recognize that. And I think we just have to be aware, to understand these people. They were always there. When we were growing up, they were always there. No one bothered them. Some people did, but, by and large, and I think, okay, we'll let them be on their own. But you got to keep an eye. You can't. You know, there's interesting stats out there that everybody hears. For example, right now, those people who are transgender, who cross-dress, you know, it's fine, but they're not doing well on the suicide front. All right, the numbers are really, really high. And when you look at the what's the other one? In prison, those who claim to be transgender, you know, 50% of those are in prison for sex crimes. So we're going to have new ways of healing these issues. But it's not fixing it, attacking the healthy part of the relationship between men and women. The healthy part where men and women raise families. That's extremely healthy. It's there for a reason. But they're attacking that as if that's going to be the solution to these issues over here. And as we move into these next dimensions, which I'm telling you, it's being sped up. It's going to go between now it's roughly 18 months, the big stuff, and there's going to be other speed bumps before then, and Trump is creating the atmosphere and condition where we're having this discussion. Because when you look at everybody who's attacking him, the amount, like 95% of the news media is attacking him, well, they already took over. See, that Marxist Leninism, Masters and Johnson pervertism. And remember, he was hired to create fraudulent sexual studies to put it out in Cosmopolitan magazine. All right? So that's what Masters is like. One of the few people, when you douse them, is a zero. There is no soul there. There is no light. On Hitler, I at least get light in Hitler up to 1933, I believe. And then eventually he's pushed out completely as well. But it's very few. I mean, it's very few. Even Zuckerberg, I can find, you know, a little tiny light. It's hard to believe, I know, Zuckerberg is like a Hitler guy, but he's pretty close. And he's pushing that agenda. Google is pushing that agenda. And the light is being shown on them. And that's what we're doing. We're showing the light. And I don't care about these people. They took all the money of the culture. They killed the soul. And that's all I'm saying for right now. Thank you. Bye-bye.